What's up, people of YouTube? Welcome back to another video from Bulls to the Wall Trading. Today is July 30th, 2018, and this is going to be my watch list for July 31st, 2018. I hope you guys had a nice Monday and a good start to your week. For those new viewers, this is a channel I created in order to encourage people to learn how to trade and basically to break down the barrier that trading is difficult. So I like to make things really simple. I don't like to get too technical and throw big words at you. I just like to keep things very simple and explain things in a way that can make you comfortable in understanding things and just making everything more layman's terms, more day-to-day conversation so you guys can understand. My main goal for this channel, and I say it in all my videos, is to get you guys to learn how to trade and for you guys to see that it is not that difficult. Too many people think that it is hard. Too many people think that it's for, you know, super smart people that went to Harvard. That's not the case. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy because, you know, everything that you want to learn takes time. But if you take the time to do it and you dedicate yourself, you can do it. It is not all that hard. You just got to hang with it and you can do it. Trust me, I'm telling you that. Because I was that guy that thought it was too hard. I always put it off. I always thought that I wasn't smart enough. And then once I started getting into it, you know, it was hard at the beginning, but then everything started clicking. And then by now, I ask people, why don't you trade? And if they say it's too hard, I'm just like, you have no idea. It's not that hard, guys. Come on, like, stay with it. If you're passionate about it and you want to learn, you can do it. So anyways, that's my little rant about that. So the way that I do my videos is I like to talk about day trading first and I go into swing trading. So I break my videos down into two sections. I'm not a financial advisor nor planner. So anything that I discuss here is just my personal opinion. I always tell you guys to do your own research. By no means does it mean that any stocks that I talk about here, that you should take that and run with it and throw money at it. No, these are just stocks that look good to me. And that's just my eyes. If to you it looks bad, that's totally fine. But please do your own research. Do not take stocks that I talk about here and throw money at them blindly hoping that you'll make some money, because that's a horrible strategy. So keep that in mind. I have a free chat room through the Discord app. If you want to join that, I'll leave the link in the description of the video. It's a great way for you to get in contact with me and all the other members that are in the chat room. You can ask us questions and we'll help you out. I have a trading course which I teach you how to day trade. I teach you how to swing trade. Teach you how to read candlesticks, moving averages, indicators, how to set up your scanner, everything from A to Z, everything that I know, I teach you how to do that. And that's available for $100. I'll leave the link in the description of this video as well. I think that's all I needed to say. So let's get into what I got for you guys. So today was a pretty slow day in the stock market. Everything seemed to be down. I think all three of the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones, S&P 500, and NASDAQ, I think we're all down. So it wasn't really a good day. So I only have a couple of stocks to go over. So DNR, this is the first one that I have for a day trade. So the way that I like to day trade is I like to day trade the high, which is, in other words, momentum. Before I go into that, as I always say in all my videos, this is my style of trading. By no means does this mean that this is the only way to trade. There's many ways of trading. There's many different things you could look at. I just go over what works for me. If what works for me works for you, excellent. If it doesn't, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. That doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that maybe my style isn't for you. So that's something that you need to understand, and this is something that you need to kind of figure out if you like this style of trading or not. So what I like to do is I like to identify the high of the day, which, as you can see right here, is 470. So I would like to draw a line at that point, a horizontal line. If you want to get technical, that line is called a resistance line. So what is our mentality? Let me zoom in a little bit. We want the price to break above this line right here that we just drew, which in this case is 470. We want it to break above with good volume, and that could set it off for a nice gain to the upside. So if you're a new trader, or if you're interested in trading, you might say, okay, well, this is a great setup. Every time this happens, it crosses above, you have good volume, I'll make money, right? Like, it's easy. You know, you were right, this is very easy. Wrong. In the stock market, nothing is guaranteed. If it was that easy, we'd all be rich. So what can happen is everything will be right, everything will happen just how you wanted it to be, and the stock can come up, it can go to maybe $4.72 and then come down. And that's something that will happen, and that's something that you need to be ready for. So as always, I always tell you guys in my videos, you need a backup plan, you need an exit strategy, and you need to be prepared for the worst. In every stock that you invest, you need to think to yourself, what do I do if this doesn't go my way? Because not every stock that you invest will go your way. So you always need a backup plan. So if we look at this line right here, 470, it's a very strong resistance point because it touched that line one time right here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So this stock has come up to $4.70. What did I just say? 7 times, 8 times, and it couldn't cross above it. So the theory is when it does cross it, it should, quote unquote, should take off. But again, nothing is guaranteed, and always have a backup plan because not everything is going to go your way. So that's DNR. The next one, and this is one that I want to show you guys, something really important for me at least. So this one is FNMA, Fannie Mae. So when I was looking at this chart, I said to myself, okay, well, this looks good. It popped up, man, like, the high of the day is 158. Let me draw my line here. It looks good. And I'm looking at this chart and, it doesn't look all that great to me personally. And then I look over here and it's an OTC. So for those of you that don't know, OTC is over the counter. It's basically stocks that couldn't make it in the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. They end up on the OTC. Some people call it the graveyard of stocks, where stocks go to die, so on and so forth. So me personally, I don't trade OTC stocks because why would I want to trade a stock that couldn't pull its weight in the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ? There are thousands of other companies that can hold their weight in the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. So why would you pick one that got delisted basically? So when I saw that, I was like, nope, sorry, this one is a no-go. I'm not saying that you shouldn't trade OTC because there are people that make a killing in the OTC market. Me personally, that does not make sense. I would much rather trade a stock that is listed on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ because it's a little bit more sound, if you will. So when I saw this, I skipped it. So you should always, if you like to trade like me, you should always kind of make sure that what you're looking at is not a stock that's trading in the OTC market. So this one is a no-go. The next one that I have, SPN. So I'm looking over here, no OTC. So we are good. So where is the high of the day? 998. So for those of you that have been watching my videos for a while, you're probably saying, well, are you going to put your line at 998? Nope, not really. I'm going to put my line at $10 on the dot. Why? Because, excuse me, because 998 is so close to $10 that I much rather put my resistance line at $10. Why $10? Because every whole number and half dollar amount is a big resistance point. So $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, and so on. 50 cents, $1.50, $2.50, $3.50, $4.50, and so on. That's a big resistance point. So what could have happened in this point if I would have drawn my line at 998? So let me get rid of this one. If I would have said, okay, well, my high is at 998, there we go. What could have happened is when the stock comes up to 998, if it crosses above it, let's say we get in at 999, the stock could see that $10 line or that $10 imaginary resistance and then come right back down. So you would really only make a cent per share before it comes down. So why would you run that risk? I would much rather move my resistance line 2 cents up and put it at $10, which is right at the whole number. So in this case, I would get in at 10.01 or 10.02 and feel much better about it running up than for it to run up 2 cents and find some resistance. So again, we put it at $10 and we keep doing the same thing. We want the stock to move up, cross above this $10 line, with good volume, and it could set it off. It could go up for a nice little gain. Again, nothing is guaranteed. Please have a backup plan. These stocks for day trading, they move very, very quickly. So if you don't know what you're doing, you could lose a lot of money very, very quickly. So I would recommend for you to paper trade, and I would recommend for you to just kind of take a couple days and just see how everything moves, how quickly it moves, because if you blink, or if you turn around, or if you answer your phone, or if you text somebody, you could miss an opportunity, or you could just lose a lot of money if you're not paying attention. So be cautious of that. So that is my day trading watch list. As I said, I didn't really have that much because it wasn't really a good day in the markets. Now I'm going to switch it over to my swing trading watch list. I'm going to go over a couple of the swings that I am currently in, and then I'm going to go over some of the ones that I have checked off in my scanner to see how they perform the next couple of days, and if the right opportunity presents itself, then I will get in on those stocks. So for day trading, I use a one day 5-minute candle setup. For swing trading, I use a year chart where each candle is a day. And I have no idea why this is being so slow right now. It's being really, really slow. So let's just give it some time. I don't know why it's acting like this. Let me check the chat room to see if anybody has any stocks they want me to check out. In the meantime, let me see. Nothing yet. Alright, so again, for swing trading, I do a year chart where each candle is a day, as opposed to the day trading where each candle is 5 minutes. So I've been in CRMD for the longest time. This was one that was a low risk, high reward situation. It finally started to make the move up, and that's my phone ringing. I'm not going to pick up. So this one I got in, I think around here, around 30 cents. And recently it's just been ripping it. It's had a couple solid days of good news. I think they did a good study. Yeah, independent data safety monitoring board determined. So it came out with a good study. This is a pharmaceutical company, and they're studying some kind of treatment or drug, and they came out with good news. So that's why it shot up. And the next move is for the FDA to approve it, which, fingers crossed, they do approve it, and it should go up even more. So this one was a low risk, high reward, and it's working out. So thank God for that. WFT, that's not one that I'm currently in. I'm paper trading that one because I'm trying out a new strategy, so I'm not even going to go over that one. And HOV, I got in this stock right here because I liked the bounce that it was doing. Friday, it went down, it made a new low. I'm not a real fan of that, but today it's kind of made a little move up, but I'm still in it. If it goes down a little bit more, then my stop loss will cut me out, and it's no big deal. That's something that if you are going to trade, you need to understand that you're going to lose money. Not every trade is going to go your way. You're not going to make money 100% of the time. You will lose money, and you need to understand that, and you need to be okay with that, because if you're not okay with losing money, then this isn't the thing for you. You might think that this is a scam, that the stock market is rigged. That's not the case. It's just that sometimes things are not going to go your way, and you need to be okay with that. So I'm in CRMD and HOV. So now let's look at some of the ones that I have checked off here that have some potential for the upcoming days. So this one's beautiful, CDE. This one's been tanking 3 straight red candles, and look at where it's at. It came right to this blue line. Is that a coincidence? No, because look at where this candle landed, right on that blue line. So that is not a coincidence. That's telling us that this is a very strong support line. So I like that one. So I'm going to be monitoring it the next couple days to see how it does. If it keeps going below it, then I'll just discard it. But if it starts to make a move up, I might consider getting in. HK, this one's been hugging that support line, but I'm not really liking how it's panning out, so I'm just gonna keep it checked and see how it does. GERN, same situation. It's been hugging that support line, but no clear indication that it's gonna start to move back up, so leave that there. WTI, here's my support line. This one's another one that's coming down, so I wanted to keep coming down to that support line, and once it does, then I'll determine what I'll do. SPWR, here's another perfect example. This stock came down and it touched that blue line that I have drawn. Is that a coincidence that it touched that blue line here several times and here several times? No, that's telling us that this is a very strong support line and that potentially it could start to rebound up just like it did here and just like it did here. So we need to follow through on that one. This one doesn't really look all that great. MBT, I mean, I guess I could see what it does tomorrow. Let me just expand this line right here. I like to have options. I like to have several stocks, and then I'll look at the chart separately and determine which chart looks the best. So this chart compared to the other ones doesn't look all that great, but if it has a better setup or a nicer candle tomorrow, then I might go in on that. RIGL, here's my support line. It's coming down to it. I'm wary about this one though, because I got in on this stock earlier this year, I think on this candle right here, and it started going up, but then it started coming down, so I ended up losing money on this stock. But this is it's looking like a good setup, so if it does start to come back up, I don't know if I'll go in on it, because again, I got burned on this stock and I don't know if I want to give it another chance, but I have it flagged because it does have potential. IMGN, it's right at support. I want to see what it does tomorrow. AXAS, it's coming down towards that support line, and let me hurry it up because I'm taking too much of your time. And that is it. That's all I have for swing trading. So let me check the chat room to see if anybody has any requests for me to look at. Doesn't look like it. So I will leave it there, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I didn't mention it at the beginning, but if you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. Please hit that little bell so you get notifications when the videos are out. I enjoy the support. I enjoy every time I get a new subscriber. It means a lot to me. If you're learning, please let me know. Let me know in the chat room if there's anything you want me to change. Let me know. I'm here for you guys. I want to teach you guys. And you know, this is a good resource, the chat room that I have. And if you enjoy how I do things, if you enjoy how I explain things, again, I have that course available where I teach you everything for just $100, which is a steal. So check those two links out in the description of the video, and I'll leave it there, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.